This week on the Spotlight, we talk to Adam Eaton, who bats 1 or 2 or 3 and plays center field or right field. He does it all. And then we flash back to Ozzie Guillen about 12 years ago in Arizona, no less. And then we flash back to Andre Dawson at a bar in the south suburbs. And congratulations to Ichiro Suzuki. 3,000 hits. He will be in the Hall of Fame. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 29th year of the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They have tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and more. 108th and Kedzie. Lansing Floral Shop, open 8 a.m. daily. Custom silk flowers, Bridgewater candles, great flowers, 708-474-1212. A great floral shop, Lansing Floral. You've got to get to Sheffield's for my trivia game. Wednesday, September 7th at 7:30 p.m. Of course, it's in Dyer, Indiana. See you at Sheffield. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. A unique business to Chicagoland is Snappers, seafood and chicken at 115th and Western. They started the franchise in Florida. They have tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, Philly steak, grilled food, an incredible array, an amazing menu at Snappers, Seafood and Chicken, 115th and Western. Well, these are becoming the dog days of September, and it's not so much fun at the ballpark as it was earlier in the year when the Sox had a realistic chance. But you got to play these games, and you got to play your guts out, I believe. And then a guy who agrees with me is Adam Eaton, who this year has had a fine defensive year, a pretty good offensive year, and has shown his versatility, switching between 2 outfield positions and a whopping 3 batting order positions, and playing pretty well throughout, and not missing much action, knock on wood. So let's take you to the high-energy Adam Eaton, who shows up every day, gives it his all, throws runners out, catches, gets key hits, does a lot of what you ask at a high major league level. Adam asked me how many seconds. Wise guy, I said 240. So speaking of 240, that some people use that as a term for speed. Boy, the guy's going 240. Yeah, and I think of the energetic year you've had, both at the plate and the field, and I think that some of your, like an Adam Eaton highlight reel would be good to show to the rest of the club. Frankly, defensively, it pops in my head about how you've shifted between the 2 positions and played both with a lot of energy and skill this year. Can you talk about it?
Just making the transition in spring training to right field was a little difficult. When you're asked to play a new position, you got to find in your heart to first of all switch. But Austin Jackson came in and made it really easy. He's a heck of a center fielder, and instilled confidence in me that we could coexist in right and center field. And just working with Daryl Boston and Austin to help me transition to right, and it was a successful one. With that being said, we've had some injuries, and Austin being one of those. So transitioning back to center field has been a few bumps in the road here and there, but it's like riding a bike. You just get some experiences underneath your belt, try to get comfortable as quickly as you can, and do the best job you can.
Well, the thing that's impressed me is getting back on the ball. Crack of the bat, the pitcher's got that palpitating heart, and he knows it's going to be a double. And then all of a sudden you're tracking it down in the corner, particularly going into the right field corner. You've made a lot of fine catches. Why do you make it look so easy?
I don't know if I make it look easy, but I've been asked that question a couple of times this year, and to be honest with you, I think it's because myself as a hitter, I go well the other way. That's kind of my approach, to go the other way. So as a right-handed hitter, that's where most balls are going to be hit. 80% of the game is thrown in the outer half, and with the righty up, I think that maybe having an advantage over some other guys that pull the ball, that I can kind of see how his hands may come inside the ball and off the bat, how the ball moves a little more, just because I try to hit the ball the other way so often. So I think kind of the correlation between the two has helped me kind of anticipate those balls and understand the movement of those balls, and like I said, I'll be able to fortunately run them down and catch them.
Now, on the offensive side of the game, it's also been a really unique year. You batted first, you batted second, you batted third at times. I mean, that's a unique combination of batting positions with much different requirements. How is that going?
It's definitely been a challenge, but a challenge that I've enjoyed. Throughout my career in the minor leagues and in college, I've batted all those positions. But since I've been in the big leagues, I've been a leadoff hitter. So, to be asked to hit 2 and 3. Kind of puts a wrinkle in the day going to the ballpark. But again, you just you take it with a grain of salt. You try to adjust to the best of your ability and do what the job is asked to do. The 2-hole hitter is a lot more, a lot different than the leadoff spot, just in the mere fact that you can do a lot more. You can bunt, you can hit behind runners, you can hit and run with the leadoff hitter. It's the leadoff spot. You're a little more limited usually, because if you're playing an NL team, you have the pitcher in front of you, and usually the AL, you have a catcher in front of you, so there's a little bit different circumstances. And then in the 3-hole, they ask you to drive runners in. So all 3 positions have outlooks that I enjoy, but each have, like I said, their own scale of obstacles. So they're all fun.
Well, you've had no trouble hitting the ball in the gaps, and you like to run, so the doubles and triples come. But you've had the flair for the dramatic home run this year a little bit too. And I have a granny I'm thinking about.
Yeah, no, that was special, to be honest. I've never hit a grand slam in the big leagues. I don't know when my last grand slam was, but you first and foremost you dream about playing in the big leagues. Your next your next dream is to get a hit in the big leagues. Your next dream is to get hit a home run in the big leagues, and then far-fetched when you're sitting underneath a tree as a 12-year-old, you're like, man, a grand slam, go ahead, grand slam would be pretty cool. So very surreal for me. Like I said, I've never believed that I'd ever be standing here in front of you guys in a big league uniform playing every day, and like I said, the grand slam was just another nick on that, so it was pretty significant, and I'm happy it happened.
Well, I mean, you've got all this stuff that's happened in the first 5 months. You got another month to go. It's a real tough road standings-wise. So, what motivates you each day when you come to the ballpark?
Well, I've been playing. I've been training my whole life for this, so that's kind of motivation. So you put a big league uniform on. There's fans in the stands, and they're still counting every at bat. So that's the way we're going to look at it. Is that everything counts, everything still counts. We're not eliminated by any stretch of the imagination, and teams that come back from way worse deficits in this month. So this is a tricky division that hopefully that we can get hot at the right time and shock some people.
Well, that's an interesting outlook. The thing that you just said, though, that strikes me is you said there's people coming out to the games, and I think lost on sometimes maybe even people in this room is the entertainment factor. And you are paid to entertain this crowd no matter what the situation is, and you seem very aware of it.
To be honest with you, I don't think anybody's not aware of that. At the end of the day, seats, people sitting in the seats is what makes this game go around. So, there's somebody that comes to the game tonight that wants to see one of us play. We should be able to, go out there and give them our best effort, and that's what they deserve. They're coming to pay their hard-earned money in order to do that, and we owe it to them.
Well, just keep doing what you're doing. Stay healthy, and have a strong September.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Some things to look for on the White Sox side. How many pitchers will be carried when it comes to April? Ozzie Guillen talking that it might be 12. That's not sure at this point in time. Of course, the battle for the 5th starting spot. Other things to look for, the extra infield and outfield spots. A leading candidate that you don't know about, but we're watching very carefully, is Ross Glode, who is an important left-handed hitter and could see action either at first or in the outfield. These little battles are the keys to spring training, and sometimes these guys turn out to be impact players as the season wears on. Also, players who haven't been regular starters get an important time, and that's what's happening as well. We'll have some more information about that later in the program. I just want to get the mood of your team right now and see if everybody is on the same page.
Well, right now we are. I think right now I cannot be more pleased and thank the guys the way they play the game, the way they go about the business, and I think everything right now is real beautiful. Hopefully that we keep it up all year long.
What about guys who are on the fringe, who might make your club, who are going into the last couple weeks with a chance? Who are some of the guys who are looking like they might stick?
Well, Greenlee, Wright, and Shoney, that's the one you're going to see. They're going to make the team the 5th spot. Right now, I don't have anybody in my team because we have a lot of games to go. I don't want to make any decision, then regret it later. I have to wait and make sure we sit down and talk about what we need, while we're going to have the number 11 guy and the 12th guy, the 25 spot. We have to be careful about it because it's something I don't want to regret in the past.
When you were involved with the pitching staff as much as you are now, it's a little bit of a new ball game. I mean, I as a guy who batted, as a guy who played the field, but now you're in charge of the pitching staff. What new challenges does this bring to you?
No, right now I don't have any. I think they learn the piece well. I'm not gonna make any move. But right now, it's just to learn them. I think just to learn them, have confidence in your pitching coach, lean into his pitching coach and trust him. And a lot of people just say, I think I don't have any problem right now. I think my pitching start being smooth. I think it's a challenge we're going to make, but I'm ready for it.
How about guys who, either infield or outfielders, who maybe Chicago people don't know, but you think they have a chance maybe to make this club?
Glow, they have the chance to make this club. Rowan going to be my center fielder. He's playing outstanding outfield. He have a great spring training right now. There's two kids, and Glow helping me a lot. He's a first baseman, outfield, left-handed hitter. I think he got a great chance to make this thing. He's playing real good. He's a tremendous kid, and he's going to have all the chance he can.
A couple days ago, I was at Comiskey Park, and they were showcasing the way they cut down the upper deck, and they made the repairs, you know. And there seems to be a lot of excitement about new design of the ballpark and new faces for 04.
Well, you know, the players make the tone. You know, that's the one. Is we play good, we're going to bring people. It's not that no matter what you do in the ballpark. I think we have a great team. We have a pretty good team, but people not believe we do. I believe we have a great chance to win the division. I'm not going to sit here and say this, and then in September I go to, oh, my head. But I think we have a great chance. I think the players, they stick together. Now they treat each other the way they should treat him, and I have a lot of confidence in my player.
You learned a lot as a coach, but what is the biggest transition from being coach to being manager?
I don't think any. I think the coaches, they work harder than the manager does. The manager, I think, is a PR guy. You know, he's a coach. I have you throw batting practice, hit phone goals, be with the guys, get the signs. But the only difference between coaching and that is I make the lineup, and I'm the one who talk to the media. That's the only difference is.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. You make it sound easy, Oz.
Right now it is. I don't know when the real game starts. I'll see you. But, you know, I like to do this. I love it, and I prepare myself for this. And I think when you prepare yourself, it's like you're going to have a test, and you study and you're ready for it. And I think you go to the test, go to school without a second guess yourself, or like without doubt. And I think I prepare myself real well for this, and right now I enjoy it.
Last question. Sometimes in April and May, we've seen Chicago White Sox teams having trouble laying a bunt down. You know, maybe not running the bases that well. Will the Ozzie White Sox be better at these things?
Right now we work on it. Right now it's spring training. You talked to one of the guys. Yesterday we bunt the ball in second inning. Uribe bunt the ball in second inning. We scored 3 runs. We squeeze already. We hit run every day. And right now I'm not afraid how my players playing right now.
That's great. We wish you the best. See you in April.
Thank you.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Ulsan, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. It was a difficult free agent market for Andre Dawson. He wanted to leave Montreal. He wanted to go somewhere else, and he came to Chicago.
Everyone knows the turn that the game was taking at that particular time. There really was no market for free agents, and Montreal actually felt that I had, in essence, no options at all but to return to Montreal because no one would be interested. And within myself, I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to go back under any circumstances. In the collusion hearings, I've come to understand that they had an offer that they never submitted to me, and after talking to the Chicago Cubs and finding out what their offer was and that every ball club was going to make me the same offer, I just felt that it was going to be necessary for me to extend my playing career. I had to get out of Canada. I wasn't the happy ball player that I had been in my early years, and there had been a lot of trade rumors, and management was going in a different direction, and I just felt there had come a time that I needed a change, and I wanted to prolong my playing career, and I knew I had to get off AstroTurf, and I talked to the Cubs. They seemed to show some interest, and I just said that, if they gave me a chance to play, I'd try to make the best of it and, not worry about the outcome thereafter.
Do you think your agent embarrassed Dallas Green into that contract situation? He was between a rock and a hard place.
I don't think Dallas was really embarrassed. I think, the two of them have a better relationship than a lot of the media depicted. I think it sort of put Dallas on the spot because if the Cubs don't make an offer, then the media gets a hold of it. The fans know what's going on, and then it makes them look real bad. You got to try and strengthen your ball club when you have the opportunity to, and if you have free agents that are available and players that are interested in playing for your organization and you don't show any interest at all, then that's a sign that you're not really committed to trying to win.
Well, I agree totally. Now, about that time, your interest in coming to Chicago, I thought could have actually cost you dollars because you were so honest about it. A lot of times you try to negotiate all ends against the middle. If there was truly collusion, then it would have been kind of hard to get around. But I remember reading an article, and I don't know how widely it was read, but I think it was nationwide. I think Baseball Digest. You had said, like, the game I'll never forget. And I think it was the one where you hit 3 home runs and drove in 8 as an opponent of the Expos playing at the Cubs. Does that ring a bell to you at all?
Yeah, actually, I wasn't supposed to play in that game. It was a situation where it was the month of September, and management wanted to take a look at some of the younger ball players. However, the Cubs started a left-handed pitcher. They had a pitching change, and they started a left-handed pitcher instead of a right-hander. And I was just sitting in the clubhouse, and I got the word that I was going to start anyway. And as it turned out, it was one of the more productive days of games anyway of my career. I had, home runs in my first 3 at bats. I think I was 4 for 5, and I left the ball game in the 7th inning when we were leading 15-3, and I think we won the ball game 16-14.
That's bizarre. Who was the starting pitcher for the Cubs that day?
The starting pitcher, Steve Trout. Steve Trout started.
Steve Trout from the area. He's from this area, I swear to God, South Holland.
He gave up the first 2 home runs.
What are Steve's in the audience? Anyway, to expound on that, then you had another 3-homer game, consecutive at bats, I think, in last year, right? About August.
Right. I hit into a line drive double play in the first inning, and I said to myself, well, it's going to be one of those days. You hit the ball hard, and you won't have anything to show for it. And that was probably the hottest day I've ever had to encounter. And I didn't really think that I would make it for 7 innings. It's easy to go up to the plate and swing the bat and say, well, the heat and humidity is draining me, and you don't worry about the outcome. But I was just trying to reach back for as much as I possibly could, and before I knew it, I had 2 home runs. And you have your teammates say, you haven't done anything if you don't hit 3. And you're behind 1 and 2 in the count. The guy hangs your curveball and you hit it out, and just like that, you have another very, very productive ball game, and under the playing conditions
That's the amazing Andre Dawson, who I think will be in the Hall of Fame soon. Maybe next year. We'll be right back. You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. My game show at Oliver's gets better and better. At 6100 West 159th Street in Oak Forest. Live trivia alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Have great food, great drink, and great trivia at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
How about stolen bases? Do you take great pride in that element of your game, and would you like to go more? How much do you have the green light, and would you like to steal a little bit more than you do, or are you happy where you're at?
I like to steal bases. Last year I was a little bit down with about 20 stolen bases, and before then I was getting over 35. And my best is, I believe, 58 stolen bases. This year right now I think I have 18, which I think is a little bit low. Some of it has to do with...
where you bat in the lineup?
Yeah, where I've batted in the lineup. But I've had my chances to steal some bases, but... I just need to be a little more aggressive sometimes.
You'll go for 30 before the year's out. It's an outside shot. I would like to find out about your relationship with some of your teammates. Who do you consider your best friends? Guys that you would not give your hot foot treatment to. You didn't think I was going to bring it up before the show ended, but many teammates who have appeared on this show have gotten a special kick about talking about the locker room behind the scenes and the famous fire starter tricks that you'll occasionally do on their shoelaces. Now, who's exempt from that, or is anybody at risk at any time?
No, I've got everybody in the book as far as the hot foots go, and that's just a kind of initiation to the team. But really, the whole team gets along. Everybody gets along in the locker room. Everybody talks about the upcoming games, the pitchers that might be thrown to us against us that day, and we have a good group of guys, and since the team is young, there's a lot of guys asking questions about the...
This week's show has been brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.